Hello. This is a pretty special journal, and it has some amazing ephemera in it that I've held on to for a really long time, which I just have so many journals. And so I am trying to share some out, but I love this one. And this is a home journal with, I think it's like a 6x9, something like that, maybe even a little bigger, but it's about pretty much a 3-inch spine. And there's just all of the ephemera in here is completely authentic and the only single one that I've had. So it's a sort of ladies' home journal, vintage, of course, with a key for well, anyways. And then I had some I'd gotten, this is wax coated, and I'd gotten these at a outdoor like estate sale. And there's a few of these milk lid covers in there. There is a photograph. So there's lots of vintage photographs in here. And here is a recipe that is actually from a good friend of mine's mother. So this is at least 60 years old. My friend's 81 herself. And it was her mother's. Also from that same friend. And this is from 1954. It's the only, it's it was in her bin from her mom's. And then I had gotten some of these, I think back in the 50s or 60s. I think they were supposed to help plan meals. So let's see. And then this is from my friend's mom's filing box of the recipes. And then there's this receipt from 1924. Not the same person. I don't remember where I got that. Cream and eggs. That was from a local, I think, antique shop. Let's see. Just want to make sure that. And then this is coffee dyed paper, different kinds of papers. This is pretty thick. And then I had a really cool vintage book. And also these paper clips are all like really old, and you can see that they're not rusty, but they're just really old. So this book I've had, I kind of put some of the pages throughout the journal because they were pretty interesting. So the book has a lot of recipes and a lot of vintage pamphlets and things like that. And then also some papers from Mrs. Beaton's Cookery. And so these are all like, I love these pages because it's hard to tell really, but if you hold them up to the light, you can see they're almost like lithographed on. So the colors were done in different sections. There's some ledger, 1907. There's also, I took apart some brochures, cooking brochures, and tucked those in and kind of put in some of these pages of these vintage recipe books that are just gorgeous colors and great information and vintage photos. And then there was also a little booklet that I took apart. I think it was from the late 1800s. Falling of Womb, Female Weakness, Shortened Labor. So these are Becoming a Mother. I think it's a late 1800s book of health. Well, actually it says that 1895. So that was kind of interesting. I found that at a local antique shop. And then this is one of the pages from a recipe booklet. I love these great colors. Isn't that sweet, even when we're little? So, Some of those stamps people used to get when they were in the supermarket. Different ways to use oranges. There's some gardening book pages in here, and then this is a pamphlet on canning. Lemon eggnog. This is beautiful. I just love all the pages in here. It's just a pretty special journal. And then another one of these. This is blueberry muffins. Recipe from my friend's mom's file. Wonderful metal milk lid, and then these wonderful names on here. Peeling an orange. And then there's some other pages. Whoops. A 3-piece buffet set. Serious operation. And more of this female weakness, sterility cured. This one I thought was like really Art Deco. And if you hold it up to the light, it does seem like it's printed the black separately from the orange. Another one kind of tucked in there. And scrambled eggs, single serving. I think you're supposed to kind of collect your cards or something for the day and make sure you're providing your family with proper meals. And this one on waffles. Clearly used a lot. They made a lot of waffles. This is very cool. Or maybe not. There's another one later I thought was really interesting, but I love the Cow brand baking soda, Arm & Hammer. And this is the cover of that orange, everything on the oranges. Oh, this is my favorite. This amazing page of showing a kitchen. I just think that is the coolest thing ever. Look at that kitchen. And this is the original. I didn't make any copies or anything. Another one of those cards. I think I put the whole booklet in here, so you could actually gather it and put it back together. I just thought the pages were so interesting. From 1895. So I think the whole thing is in here. Look at the shoes. Waffles. Oh, this one was very cool because it opens up and has the information. And some gardening pages. And another milk jug lid. A table of contents for the oranges. And then some more of these great recipe books, molds. Love those colors. I love this too for some reason, the black and the orange and the white. It's like Art Deco. And some beautiful, this is from a recipe book that's much older, it's kind of delicate. And then this reminded me of those soaps they make now, but frozen fruit salad, delicious. Another milk lid, gardening page. And all the papers in here are tea or coffee dyed, and there's a lot of different, this is like a watercolor paper, there's just lots of different kinds of papers. Different hot sauces, and, oh no, I don't even know what those are. Craft. Don't have those anymore, I don't think. And then this is one from that, there's again quite a few pages of this delicate Women's World Cookery Calendar. And it is also interesting how these images were printed, and so I really find that interesting. They're beautiful. I've never really seen anything like that. But they're also pretty old. I'm not sure how old that is. So it's a little bit on the delicate side. And then a photograph, family, a nice fun orange lid. These are, oh, that's a pocket, basically, with stamps from supermarkets, and another milk lid, and then the key goes there, and we can tie that closed. And this is just a really special journal to me, and I've held on to the ephemera for quite a long time, but I think that it's time to let go of some of these things because they're really cool, but I think it's fun to go through them and be able to look at them. All right, thanks.